I had barely escaped from what I assumed was my dad checking to see if I had yet again been ravaging the pantry. It was humiliating, at my age, having to give my parents notice whenever I decided to have a late night snack. To escape my current existence, I went up to my room and logged into the virtual reality game known as Trivial. Here I wasn't a middle-aged failure. I was more. I was a man who had made all the right decisions and taken the best paths life had offered. Within this world, I was respected. After being connected for a while, I logged off due to a ruckus I overheard in the hallway. Peering through the door, I saw my parents arguing. My dad was pushing my mom and yelling at her, reminding her that he had been the breadwinner during their entire marriage. Deciding to avoid the mess, I closed my bedroom door and lay down on my bed. Just as I was about to turn on the TV to see what streaming service had to offer, the VR headset, which was still resting on my head, made a strange noise. Several interlocking circles flashed in front of me as I collapsed back onto my bed. I was dragged back into Trivial, this time without my consent. When I awoke within the game, I was the same avatar as before, but something had changed. As I fully regained my senses, a strange light faded from my body as the room where I was found finished setting itself up. I rushed into the nearest mirror inside the well-lit 5-star hotel reception, where I had materialized. The game had decided to rejuvenate my appearance, making me look 10 years younger. I stood there staring at my reflection, remembering what it felt like to have dreams and goals. It was as if I had traveled back in time to when I was on the verge of achieving great things. I wonder if I was being delusional, or if this VR game was biologically granting me a second chance to make amends. Just as I was trying to figure out how to return to reality, I saw someone from my past walking towards the elevator. He was wearing a high-end suit. How could any of this be possible? I walked over to the elevators and watched the indicator panel to see where it stopped. The letterhead read 5. I proceeded to the concierge desk, claiming I had forgotten to mention something to the guest, and asked him to call his room. To verify the request, the concierge asked for the man's name and age. I said it out loud, barely believing it myself. Thomas, 35 years old. The concierge verified the info, looked at me with slight surprise, and dialed room 550. As soon as the light connected, he handed the phone to me. My breath hissed as I placed the receiver against my ear, terrified of what to expect. When his voice came over the line, tears began to flow down my cheeks. It was him. The same voice, the same tone, the same accent. Everything was exactly as I remembered. Hello, is anyone there? After a few seconds of silence, he hung up. I had frozen entirely. To avoid looking foolish in front of the concierge, I spoke into the dead line. Yeah, it's Mike. I've decided to stay tonight after all. I'll be right over. I handed the phone back before the automated beeping could give me away. Thank you. Excuse me. I proceeded to go to the public restroom found on the first floor. How was this happening? I was overwhelmed by the flood of feelings I thought had been lost to me forever. My heart beat so hard and fast, it felt like it might give out. I began splashing cold water on my face, staring at myself in the mirror. It wasn't my rejuvenated face that held my gaze, but the terrifying reality that I was reliving my most devastating moment. The night I told Thomas that I could no longer see him because my parents disapproved of me hanging out with a man they perceived as gay. The following day in that past life, I had read an online news report about a young entrepreneur who had taken his own life. He was found dead in the late afternoon by a cleaning lady making her rounds. Thomas had gone into his office, locked the door, and swallowed a bottle of heavy sedatives mixed with alcohol, stopping his pulse within minutes. I stood in the bathroom contemplating whether this was a sick joke played by the game or a genuine chance at redemption. I couldn't handle this. Not now and not like this. Just as I turned to flee the hotel and I could feel migraine coming, my phone buzzed with a text message. Are you coming?